Want to learn some basic nunchaku drills and techniques like this? Stay tuned to this video. Hey everybody out there in YouTube, this is JD with the Martial Art Limited Association and Keisha Dojo Martial Arts Unleashed. And so today I'm going to bring you guys a nunchuck video, but since we're in the middle of this whole social distancing thing, not everybody has a pair of nunchucks, so we're actually going to show you how to do a makeshift pair of nunchucks really quick. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need either a belt or a piece of rope, pretty good length, and we're going to fold it in half a couple times. You need some form of tape. I grabbed some finger tape because it's really easy to see on the camera. Or two hair ties or hair scrunchies. So what you have is your tape, your scrunchies or your hair ties, and your belt. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my belt in half. Okay? So take your belt, put the two ends together, or your rope, and put the two ends and pull them in half. Then I'm going to do that again. So now I have 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I got 4 pieces right here. That makes my full length. And if you have the hair ties, you're just going to rubber band, or rubber bands are fine too. Hair tie or rubber band. Both ends. Okay? Both ends. 1, 2, and 3. So, I hair tied or I rubber banded my ends. If you have tape, I'm going to show you how to tape it up really quick. 1 second to get the tape open. There we go. And so I would just tape the end. Okay? Just a couple times is plenty. And I would do the other end. And I do the other end so that they don't come apart, of course. And so you just put a little bit of tape on here. And so now you have your makeshift nunchucks. All right? So I taped up the end or I hair tied it. If you want to do both like I did, that's totally fine as well. So that's our first thing, is just to make the nunchucks. Now we're going to move on to the training. Okay, I changed shirts really quick just so you could see the belt better, because I realized on the blue shirt it was kind of getting lost. So let's go back to what we were working on. So here I am, I have the belt in front of me. I tuck it under my armpit, okay? A profile shot. I take the belt, tuck it under my armpit. So what we're going to do it 5 times each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course 5. Other side will be the same thing. 1, 2, all the way to 5. Okay? Then we're going to go like this. We're going to put the belt on our side, kind of like we're going to touch our toes with it. Okay? Throw it over your shoulder. It doesn't have to be like over your shoulder too far, because you won't be able to grab it. Just over your arm, over your shoulder is good. I like to line it up with my bicep of my shirt. So right there. Now, if you were to rub your belly, reach over, grab the belt. Okay? And so at this point, this is what we call chamber 2. So if I let go and I rub my belly again, you can tuck it underneath. Okay? And then I throw it over my shoulder and I grab it. If you're ever in doubt, make sure you can rub your belly. Okay? I see some students, they try to reach behind their back and try to catch it somehow. And so that's more of a trick thing than it is more of a basics thing. So just check your belly, and then here, and then back underneath. So we chamber from 2 to 1, 2 to 1, 2 to 1, 2, 1. And then I'm going to switch sides. Okay? Tuck it underneath if you need to, and then over your shoulder. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, so at this point now, I'm going to go ahead and put the belt over my shoulder. And now I'm going to cut upward, so kind of pat your head, okay, or tap your head. And now you're going to cut up and put on the other side. Now the hand that's on top, tap your head, and now cut up. Tap your head, cut up, tap, cut, tap, cut. And once you understand it's the top hand letting go, you can stop patting your head. But this is just transitioning from chamber 2 left to right. Okay? Super simple. Nothing too crazy right now. We're just practicing. Now at any time, and what I recommend for the third thing you do is you go underneath, over your shoulder, switch shoulder, underneath, over your shoulder, switch, under, over, switch, under, over, switch, under, over, switch, under, over, switch. Okay? At this point now, we're going to do what we call figure 8. Okay? We're going to move on to the figure 8s. So I figure 8. Okay? Downward figure 8 first. It's the easier one, I think. All right? Now, I want to train both left and right side. So here's what I do. I use both hands. Think of it like a lightsaber, really, pretty much. And now you switch hands. And by doing the both hands, you're training both sides of your body to do the same motion. And then I go back, and I just remove my left. I go back, and now I'm on my other side. And you can do this as you see fit. Notice I just kind of hand it off now. Really quick. I'll turn this way a little bit. Just really fast. All right. So you got that idea. Same concept, but we're going to go upward. Upward figure 8. And then, I'll do that again. Upward figure 8. Both hands. Okay, and then I switch over to the other side. Both hands, switch over. Both hands, switch over. And back and forth. And then as you get better, you can just switch off. Now, of course, as you do this, you should be drilling and repping the stuff out, not just a couple seconds I'm doing for the video. You just practice, and then practice some more, and then come back and add another element to it. Okay, so let's take that now, and let's put that into something. So we started with the downward figure 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And so I just tuck it underneath. Now as you go upward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're back. Downward, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can tuck it underneath. All I do is I add a slight twirl on the end to help myself chamber it. Okay? Now I unhook it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I go right over the shoulder. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, under. And then upward. 1, 2, 3, 4, over. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, over. Downward. 1, 2, 3, 4, tuck it. Upward, 1, 2, 3, 4, over, and now I can go both. See? So now you're doing upward figure 8s with your transition. Getting a little bit fancier in our drill. Okay? Let's do that again. Okay? All right, let's talk those extra twirls now. So if I just hold it on the side of me, okay, and I just roll it. And so if I turn profile again, I'm just rolling it forward. I tuck it underneath. And now I roll backwards and I chamber. Roll forwards. Tuck it underneath. Roll backwards. Chamber. Forward. Chamber again, backwards, and chamber. And of course, other side. Roll it this way, grab, roll it forward, grab, backwards, grab, forwards, grab. Okay? So at this point now, you should be able to go downward figure 8, switch hands, downward figure 8, tuck it under your armpit, flip back, upward figure 8, and then tuck it, upward figure 8, Okay, so let's go ahead and talk one more drill and then we'll finish off this video. You got kind of a good foundation and definitely something to practice. You got your nunchucks, unless you of course already have some. Okay, so you have this here, okay? And so this is exactly what I want. I want you to add an extra twirl, okay? Extra twirl. I like it because I can spin the nunchuck a little bit faster, but it also gives my body a little bit more time to come across. So let's look at the drill, okay? I'm going to get the twirl going, and then I grab. And now here, extra twirl. Here, extra twirl. Extra twirl. Extra twirl. Extra twirl. And that's going to be our last little basic drill to practice. Of course, we do want to go the other way. So now I twirl, okay? And I twirl back. And then I get my twirl, and I get my twirl. So you have an extra little beat every time. Awesome. Well, there you have our foundation or our basic nunchuck drills. Something to play with at home and practice. Hopefully you got a little bit of use out of this belt, or if you have an extra belt or whatever, go ahead and use that. All right. Well, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you want, leave a comment below. Let us know which drill you like or what you thought of your makeshift nunchucks. I'd be excited to hear what you have to say. We do actually look at all the comments, and I try to respond and reply to anybody if anybody has any questions. Don't forget, themaua.com is your source for all things martial art unlimited. We have Aikido videos, Kali videos, Jiu-Jitsu videos, submission wrestling videos, sword videos, other staff and other weapon videos, tons of material. We're even doing right now in the midst of this CV19, we're doing 3 months free. So go ahead, check that out. Go right to themaua.com. Check that out right there. All right, so quick little story. So I made my own nunchucks in my house. I took a couple pieces of wood, dowel rods, and I drilled a hole and I put a rope through there, and I made my own nunchucks. And so my friends and I, when my mom was at work, were doing a nunchuck challenge. And we were going as fast as we could. We were doing all the things we could kind of come up with. And so what ended up happening when I was doing this stuff is my nunchucks separated. And the one piece of wood flew off. And it almost isn't even believable what happened, but it's exactly what happened. So the nunchuck broke off and it hit the floor and it flipped up. And at that time, we had a coffee table that had a wooden frame and a piece of wood down the center with 2 big mirrors in the middle, probably like 2 foot by 3 foot, maybe even 30 by 30 inch mirrors. And so that piece of wood flipped up and hit the center board on the coffee table. Did not break either mirror. Bounced off the coffee table, hit the couch. When it hit the couch cushion, it bounced up over the couch, and my mom had this collector's Elvis plate, and it hit the Elvis plate and it made it swirl 3 times before it fell and shattered. So learn from my experience. Don't play with your nunchucks in the house. Go outside. The belt one is less likely to break something, but again, depending on where you're training, it could hit a lamp, could hit a collector's plate, could hit anything. So don't try to be showing off in the house and being super ninja fast and be like, wah! Okay, don't try to be Bruce Lee like I was. Train it outside, practice the basics, and then as we do this, we'll give you another video to show you a little bit more advanced stuff, and we'll actually show you with the real nunchucks as well.